Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, honorable guest visiting delegation from Malaysia and Pakistan's business community, some ministers. I just want to say that this has been a great privilege to receive Dr. Mahathir. Tomorrow is a big day for Pakistan, our national day. And to have Dr. Mahathir honor it has been something that across the board, every Pakistani has appreciated it. It's not just the fact that Honorable Prime Minister changed Malaysia. The way Malaysia developed under Honorable Prime Minister has been a model for most of the countries, especially in the Muslim world, who have struggled to develop and to maximize their resources and achieve self-sufficiency and standing on their own feet. So that is just one aspect why people are so happy to see you, Mr. Prime Minister. The other reason is the way you spoke at lunch today. Most of the people in this hall have not heard that speech. But I think when tonight the speech is heard by people in Pakistan, it will renew their love for you, because you say things which sadly, and I say sadly, other Muslim leaders are scared to say. And it's because a lot of them are not leaders. They are office holders. Leaders are the ones who have an ideology, who have clear stand on moral issues, and who take positions. Unfortunately, non-leaders do not take positions. They want to please everyone. They don't take a stand. And it's because of the stands you have taken over the period of time, Mr. Prime Minister. That's why there is such a great response of you honoring us and on an occasion which is very important for us, tomorrow, 23rd March, the day when the resolution for Pakistan was made in 1940 by our great leader, who Pakistanis look up to, Qazi Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Today is about increasing trade between the two countries. It is learning from especially the Malaysian model. It's investment opportunities, which we hope today I'm told that they will be signing various MOUs. And I think the meeting we had this afternoon, we have decided that there will be a strong ministerial level committee which will meet regularly and which will keep interacting, so that we know exactly how we can keep enhancing and increasing trade between the two countries. So I again welcome you again, Mr. Prime Minister, and I want to say we will be sad to see you go tomorrow. We wish you could stay here much longer.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. I think every Pakistani echoes the same sentiment to the Honorable Prime Minister of Malaysia. And I would also like to echo the words of my Prime Minister, that this is the time to invest in Pakistan. Don't miss the opportunity. It has become our tagline, and I welcome Malaysians to take the lead in that. With these words, I would like to invite the Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, to say a few words to that.
Thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Your Excellency, Mr. Imran Khan, Prime Minister of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank the organizers for enabling me to meet the business people of the two countries. It is now standard practice that whenever an official visit is made to a country, we bring along with us business people, because our intention is not just to establish good relations with other countries, but also to develop our countries to increases in trade and industry. And so, for all these visits, meeting with business people is extremely important. And of course, for the business people themselves, their counterparts must be available so that they can form partnership, or at the very least, learn to know each other. It is important to know each other because it is impossible to do business with total strangers, because you don't know what kind of person he is and whether he is trustworthy or not. But by having meetings like this, it enables us to know and understand each other, and therefore think up of ideas to enable us to increase the business being done between our two countries. Now, Malaysia was a poor country when it became independent. It was wealthy, it produced rubber and tin, but the wealth flowed to the metropolitan country, not to Malaysia. The Malaysians themselves remained poor. And we, of course, wanted to show the British that when we became independent, we would be able to do better than them. This is our challenge. You know, some countries have different challenges. I found that, for example, the Koreans wanted to outdo the Japanese because the Japanese once colonized them. For us, the ambition is to better the British so that no one can say that independence have not given us anything, any advantage, any progress. But then, as I said, Malaysia is a poor country. We didn't have the capital, we didn't have the technology, the know-how, the knowledge of world market, and the products needed by the world market. We were unable actually to industrialize. Initially, we continued with the plantation industries, because the plantation industries have already proven that they can generate wealth. But plantations require big pieces of land and give employment to a very few people. We can only increase the employment opportunities if we have industries. Industry on 1 acre of land, agriculture cannot support even one person. But on 1 acre of land, we can have a factory employing 500 people. And we decided that the only way to solve our unemployment problem was to have industries. But since we were short of all the things needed in order to start an industry, to undergo an industrial revolution of sorts, we decided to invite foreign investors, including the country that once colonized us. This was, I think, quite unusual, because most countries, upon achieving independence, do not want to see foreigners in their country. But we went the other way. We invited foreigners to come and invest in Malaysia. We trained our people to work in new industries. And as a result of the investment, money flowed in, technology was acquired, knowledge was built about business and markets, And very soon, Malaysians themselves became able to start their own industries. And so we solved mostly the unemployment problem in our country. But of course, we had to give incentives to the foreigners, and this we did by giving them tax holidays, first for 10 years, and then subsequently another 10 years if they deliver. And they did deliver, and Malaysia grew, partly because of the foreign direct investments, and partly because Malaysians themselves acquired the skill and knowledge about business and industries, and were able to produce products that can be exported and therefore earn foreign exchange for us. Over the years, the country was able to grow faster than most other countries, and we were able to overcome many of the problems faced by any growing nation. But the most important thing about developing and enriching the country is peace and stability. We need peace, we need stability. Without that, we cannot invest, no one will invest, nobody will come to the country to invest. To establish peace and stability, we had to put down an insurgency movement trying to form a communist state in Malaysia. We fought them militarily, but also we fought them psychologically, because we tried to win the hearts and minds first of the people so as not to support the insurgents, and secondly to win over the insurgents themselves, so that within a short period of time, relatively speaking, the country became peaceful and stable. With that peace and stability, many people came to Malaysia to invest and to grow the economy. Since then, we have followed many development plans, 5-year plans, so that the country could grow. But we always realize that wealth is not created by the government. The government has no way of creating wealth other than taxing people. But if you want to tax people, the people themselves must have money, must have some income. Then only you can tax the people. So we realize that if the people are rich, then they pay the government more money, and the government will then return the money in the form of infrastructure for the people. We need to enrich the people, and to do this, we provide them with education, with training, and also with opportunities to work and opportunities to invest, first in a small way and subsequently in a bigger way. By doing this, the people became rich, and of course we require them to pay corporate tax and income tax, and that enriches the coffers of the government. And eventually we provided all the necessary infrastructure, roads, railways, and water supply, electricity, and all kinds of other things needed in order to bring up and develop the country. This is a very good business for government. We ask the private sector to invest with their money, and when they make money, 26% of their profit belongs to us. It's the best kind of investment, because we didn't put up any money at all, but they have to pay us taxes. But we have to return to them in a way by providing them with incentives, with infrastructure and other things, laws and rules, in order to ensure that their investments will be safe in Malaysia. And that is what happened over the years. But we also want to benefit from the rest of the world, because Malaysia is a trading nation. We need to trade. we need to trade with the rest of the world. And so diplomatically we decided to be friendly with everyone. We do not care about their internal politics and internal ideologies, but we want to be friendly with them so that we can trade with them and we can source a lot of things that we need from them. And so Malaysia today officially has no enemies. Maybe others might consider ourselves their enemy, except for Israel. We have never had any relation with Israel. It's not because we are against the Jews, but it is for the wrong things that they do. Seizing other people's country and calling it your own country, expelling people from the country you seize. These are works of robbers, not people. So we cannot have any relation with Israel. Until now, we have no relation with Israel, and we feel that since Israel and the West promotes free speech, therefore we have a right to say nasty things to them. It is really an exercise in free speech. But of course they say nasty things about us also. That's okay, we accept that, because that is part of things that free speech entitle you to. In terms of foreign relations, I think we have diplomatic relation with almost 3/4 of the countries in this world. We trade with almost all of them. And since trade brings wealth to the nation, Malaysia grew also through trade. We are able to produce things which we can export. And at times our export exceeded our imports. This means that the country has a positive balance of payment, and this, of course, enabled the country to grow and grow much faster. So that is what we have done in Malaysia. It's nothing very spectacular, because what we did was what everybody should be doing: growing their country, giving their people a good life. That's what big governments are for, and certainly elected governments are obliged to return that support by giving the people what it is that they need and they want. Malaysia has been able to hold elections every 5 years. We had a small problem in 1969 when there were race riots, but we settled that race riot within 2 years, and since then there has been no race riot, because although our country is multiracial, multi-religious, multilingual, multicultural, and also there is vast disparities in the economic well-being of the different people, Malaysia has remained peaceful and stable for a long time. And it is this that help us build our country. And when we come here, I'm quite sure, while we are thinking about buying more from Pakistan, we also want to export more to Pakistan. One thing is about this new government that we have pledged that ministers may not receive gifts. No gifts for ministers except food and flowers. As a result, I have a lot of food in my house. Nothing that is more than $500 worth can be given to a minister without him being charged for corruption. I don't know what the rule is in Pakistan, but I can assure you I have no intention to bribe the Prime Minister of Pakistan. I don't need to bribe him because he's already a friend and very supportive of Malaysia. But I also have other reasons for doing this, and not because I want to bribe, but I think I need to promote one Malaysian product in Pakistan in the hope that we can work together in producing that product. And so I would like to give to the Prime Minister of Pakistan a Proton car. Well, it's not a bribe. And I hope that with that one car, the whole of Pakistan will know that Malaysia can produce cars. It is the only developing country that has been able to produce its own car. So we would like to share our expertise in this field with Pakistan if there are investors willing to invest in the project of building a car for Pakistan, a joint Malaysian-Pakistan project. Thank you.